Hey, how's it going? This is Tag Team Cards, and I am Tim, or you can call me Captain Tim Subi. And I'm joined with my partner and fiance, Emily, or you can call her Trigger Chini.
I'm Emily, also known as Trigger Chini. Well, actually, that's what. Maybe we should start with that. So, what's the stories behind our usernames here? So, my username Trigger Chini. It's short for Trigger Happy Peppercini, which is actually a name I got from college because my original gamer tag on Xbox way back in the day was Trigger Happy, and then I also really love pepperoncinis. I like spicy things, so hence Trigger Chini. Yeah, what about you, Tim?
And mine's just basically when I was in school, I was in like this little military group, and I hate spam. And now I'm Spam Subi. But, I actually like Spam Subi now, which is funny. But yeah, that's Captain Spam Subi, because I also love Captain America. So Captain America is the greatest character ever made. He punched Hitler right in the face, guys.
This is why I think he should just be called Captain Spam, but then he refuses to let him to.
Guys, so what we're going to do is just to show you a little background on like things we collect for our own PCs. We're going to show you some of our greatest pulls and our buys and our aspects that we've had over the past basically year.
And just like kind of the goals for our channel here. So, we're called Tag Team Cards. Overall, this is our hobby. We really started getting into sports cards just this past year, and Pokemon cards and TCGs in general. We love sports. I'm particularly into NFL, WNBA. And we watched wrestling for a very long time. So we also really love wrestling, but really getting into all sorts of sports. But our goals for the channel are, we just want to share this with you guys. We create a community. We want to make a business out of this, but also just share our, the pulls that we get. We eventually want to do breaks and collect things and share them with you guys. And here we go. And these are, so we're going to kind of go through the story by showing what our favorites are and go from there. Yeah.
Show off the enjoyment of the hobby as we, pull, when we pull something good, we're going to possibly put it up on the store, unless it's something that's going to the PC. So then we're enjoying it by also providing you guys with something, so you don't have to go out there and spend hundreds of dollars to buy. We're not experts. Like the thing is, we're learning, we're exploring stuff with you guys. So it's like we're fairly new to the hobby ourselves. So kind of bear with us as we kind of get better with things. But yeah, you want to start showing your cards? We'll send them. This is the stuff that we currently have for our personal collections, and we're hoping that we're gonna build our personal collections on with you guys. And as you can see, this first one for Tim here is Mr. CJ Stroud.
I'm gonna buy you this one. This is from our local. I think this is from our local card shop.
I bought this one. Yeah.
So we want to explain your Texans.
Oh, I lived both in Houston and in Arizona, so they're my hometowns. And so I love the Texans. Yeah. I used to love the Oilers, then they went away. And then the team that I'm about to show you became my only team. And then when the Texans came back, I had a team to root for again that was in front of me. But so I sort of have two teams in heart and always will. And the second team is this team right here. Yeah. Which is my Arizona Cardinals. This is Kyler Murray autograph.
And this one I did get you. This was for your Christmas present.
Yeah, this was a Christmas present. Yeah. And it's on card. It's not sticker.
Yeah.
So,
and the other thing, I really enjoy the business side of cards. It's like it's something I find very interesting. So I also want to do things like maybe challenges, I don't know, maybe I love the idea of hey, you start with $100. You can see where you can go from there in terms of trading and kind of buying back and forth cards. Yeah. I love the aspect of okay, hey, this person's getting bigger as this person's going to go up. For example, this is this Trey McBride. He's not somebody. Huh?
Trey Young. I said Trey Young because I was looking at the TV.
He's not. This was a cheap card. This was a $10 card. But I mean, you would think that he would be maybe a little bit more popular because I think he's actually a little underrated, elite. Right? But it's
he's elite.
That doesn't matter when it comes to sports card, right? It comes to hype and all that stuff. So and I like to call
the legend himself.
It just shows why, and there's a gambling aspect to cards too, right? All this ripping and stuff.
That's not on card.
I think our motto is going to be "Rip responsibly" because it's how many times you open this stuff and then you like spend like so much, whether it's $30 for a blaster or like $500 for a hobby box, you don't know what you're gonna get. So I think a lot of this hobby is really less about just ripping and more about like kind of like that trading and buying it back and forth business aspect of it. Yeah, you got a story behind why you like Ken Griffey Jr.
I just love Ken Griffey Jr. I really do. Just growing up, this was the dude for me. There was a lot of other good players, but for some reason, I don't know what it is.
We do live in the greater Seattle area.
That guy I was in
that's
Texas even then.
Yeah.
It's just like that guy just, for some reason, just fucking spoke to me. He was a really good player. I just loved fucking watching him play.
Yeah, he's Tim's more into baseball. I'm not gonna lie, that was the one sport I have yet to really get into. But you know, maybe we'll see. Maybe this will be how I can get into it. So for me, this is my favorite guy, Brock Purdy. This is how I got into. Man, you know, we have a new camera coming, so this hopefully should not be a problem. I actually got this camera specifically for content creation, but maybe this is more just for like, it has to stay in one spot. That's it. It doesn't do the auto focus very well, but so yeah, Tim bought me this card. It's not a super rare card or anything, but you know, my first Gem Mint 10 Brock, so you know, nothing. Sometimes it just shows like sometimes your personal favorites from your collection are. It's not about like the monetary value. It's about your the sentimental value or anything else about it, right? But yeah, I became a football fan because of Brock Purdy, actually, because I saw his story about being the last pick in the draft, and then he ended up leading the Niners in that 2022 season to the playoffs and beyond. I mean, eventually beyond. And I just became a huge fan. And then in turn, I became a huge fan of the Niners, and then also just football in general. I just love watching football. I think it's a really fun sport. But I grew up playing sports myself. I was always a team sports person. I played soccer, played water polo, so I love team sports. Yeah, and this next one, this is, again, not a super expensive card, right? But I love Sabrina. Man, so these plastic, like maybe the PSA cards don't show. But anyways, yeah, I think this card looks really cool. Not an expensive card, but Sabrina is one of my favorite WNBA players. Second favorite to Caitlin. Became a fan after seeing her do that 3-point contest. Crazy.
Against Seth?
Not even though there was Steph, the one before that. The one where she made every shot. She only missed 2 shots.
Oh, yeah, that one.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so huge fan of hers. Also, tangential
Both
connection.
of them.
She went to Oregon. My sister went to Oregon State, which is actually the rival school of Oregon. So, yeah, at least in West Coast. Got that West Coast.
You're gonna see a pattern here, guys.
Yeah. All right, this is my favorite Brock rookie card. I got this off. I think I got this off eBay, but it's yeah, just a nice one. It's definitely the best rookie card I have of his. Black. I think this actually was in the Chronicles set. Yeah. And then this is my currently the only Brock auto I have, and I think this is just a nice encapsulation for me of the Niners of what I know. Tim hates Steve Young.
Mm-hmm. Overrated.
Jeff Garcia is a little underrated. Steve Young.
I do like Jeff Garcia.
Steve Young is. I actually kind of agree with him. I'm starting to kind of side-eye Steve Young a little bit.
That's right.
I think he's a little overrated. But I know that's probably blasphemy coming from a Niners fan. Obviously, Montana is the GOAT QB of the Niners. Still love Steve. I mean, I don't want to say love. I only recently became a Niners fan, so I don't have that personal connection with him. And this guy is probably the best pull I've had in Pokemon since getting back into the hobby last year. He pulled this Magikarp out of a $30 ETB for Paldean Evolved.
Your eyes do not deceive
freaking great,
you.
huh?
Your eyes do not.
Unfortunately, though, this is the first. This one is the first thing I graded we graded ourselves through our local card shop, and unfortunately, as you see, we got a 9, so.
And then I think you guys see the showcase of it all.
The creme de la creme. I would say this is the inception of us truly getting into sports cards and thinking like, hey, we want to actually do something with this. Z Caitlin Clark auto with Maya Moore, her idol.
At some point.
Maybe we should put it.
This one isn't working.
Adam.
Hold on,
Maybe try to put it right here just so you don't gotta hold it.
You know what it is?
It's the plastic. I think it's the plastic on it. No,
it is the plastic.
Just put it on here. So this card, it is a. It's from the Origins 2024 WNBA set, and we just have this. We got one pack from it, right? And from that one pack. I think it was, what, $350, and we
Yep.
pulled this. And really, it would have been a complete bust if it wasn't for getting this card. So, yeah. And this card, I think that, of course, it's like, again, rip responsibility, but man, we
To get it
we
in
got
one
lucky.
pack.
I think it was just this, it was a little bit of sign. But Caitlin is honestly the thing that got me into basketball. I didn't really watch basketball until I saw Caitlin, and then she's just special, man. She's freaking special. So, I'm gonna keep watching her for the rest of her career. I mean, heck, I even started trying to watch like regular NBA because of her, and it's like I'm still having a little bit of a rough time with NBA, but yeah, she's great.
All right, guys. So, not trying to keep this video super long or anything, but we just wanted to give you guys a little rundown of some of the cards we like and intro.
Cards.
So videos from here on out, we're just gonna go right to business.
And eventually, we'll be showing we'll have a second video with our faces too, but for now,
we'll get a reveal at some point.
Also,
because I
we'll
stream again on the side as Captain Tim Subi on Twitch, and Trigger Chini for Emily at times as well, but she has never shown her face.
No,
never shown her face.
We also got to show our corgi Katsu, who's a big member, but
Yeah,
he's going to be blessing our rips.
Technically, he's the boss of the company. Let's just say that. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, you guys have a great one, and we will see you guys soon. And again, rip responsibly, as Emily was telling y'all, because yeah, you can definitely fall down a rabbit hole. Until next time, we're out.